everyone, and thank you for joining me for STEAM Monday. My name is Miss Julie, and I work for the Schenectady County Public Library. Today, we are going to be completing a water wheel engineering challenge. So in the end, what we hope to have is a water wheel that spins and is powered by water. So you would pour the water, or if you did it in your sink, it would make your water wheel spin. We need a few supplies to get started, things that you probably have in your house. You can either use bowls, or if you have a bigger surface, I only have this trash bin, but if you were using your kitchen sink, you could definitely use paper plates as long as they're thick, or plastic plates. You can use either spoons, or if you have tiny cups in your house, you can use these little guys and make your water wheel look a little bit different, like this. If you have neither of those, you could use craft sticks. Anything that has a flat surface so that the water can spin off of it. You will definitely need a dowel or a long stick. This will be what you're going to skewer through your water wheel so that the water can run through it and it will allow it to spin. Another helpful thing, but not necessary, are washers, which you could probably find in your toolkit if you have one at home. And that's what you're going to put the dowel through to help the water wheel spin. The last thing that you're going to need is tape. Tape is what's going to hold this whole thing together. So it's not waterproof forever, but it will work for the purposes of our experiment / challenge. So I want you to go gather all those things and then meet me back here and we will start constructing our first water wheel. Now we're going to construct our water wheel. So water wheels, also known as water mills, are used to create hydropower. So sometimes they can create electricity or they can do manual labor. So if you were to tie something to it, it would help turn something inside. So traditionally, like a flour mill is powered by a water wheel or a water mill. They've been around since ancient Egypt, and the ancient Greeks used them as well. And there are different kinds of water wheels. Some that pull the water from the bottom in a river, others where the water dumps on top. There are all different kinds. So what I'm doing is I'm taking my bowl and I'm going to cut it at regular intervals. You can either measure, or this bowl has tiny little notches. So I'm going to cut about 1 inch in every 4 notches around it. Okay, so now my 2 bowls are going to get taped together, and the notches that you put in every 4 should line up. So it's easiest if you just tape one side and the other, because we have to put the spoons in and then tape it down even more. So I'm going to tape the 2 bowls together initially and then start adding my spoons, and I'll show you how I do that in just a second. So now my bowl isn't going anywhere. I'm going to take my first spoon and I'm going to find those notches and I'm going to put the spoon in all the way so that it looks just like that. And now I'm going to add some tape and reinforce it on the front and the back. Now what you're going to do is you're going to do that all the way around, but make sure that when you're adding your next spoon and all the other spoons, that they're facing the same way all the way around. Otherwise your water won't be able to pool in the part of the spoon. So I have my water wheel made. As you can see, all of the spoons are facing in the same direction so that once the dowel is inserted, it's going to spin all the same way. So to make the hole for the dowel, I have a protractor, but you can use any sharp object. Just ask for help if you need it. And you're going to find the very center of your bowl, and you're going to put a little hole there. Then you're going to flip it over and do the same thing. And then your dowel will go straight through. So next I'm going to show you how to hook this up to either your sink or, in my case, the trash bin that I'm going to be using. Now that we've constructed our water wheel, we have to attach our washers to our bin so that we can thread the dowel through. So I already have this one on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this one to the other side. You want to make sure that it's directly across so that when you thread the dowel through, it fits. Alright, so now I have it on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my water wheel in my bin. I'm going to push the dowel through, pull it, and then thread it back through the other side. Alright, see how the dowel comes out the sides a little bit? Now it's time to test and see if it works. You're going to take some water and you're going to pour it into the scoop part of your spoon. Excellent, it works. So we just created hydropower. Now, the last bit of this program / challenge that I have for you is I want you to take that hydropower and make something move. That something could be a tiny little paper cup or a tiny little bucket. So you can use your bucket and you can use a long piece of string, and I want you to take that bucket and somehow pull it up using your hydropower. I'd love to see how you do it. Please post pictures in the comments below. Thank you again for joining me for STEAM Monday. I had a lot of fun building our water wheel. If you have questions about upcoming programs, please check out our Facebook group. It's SCPL Youth and Families. I'll see you next time.